Remember the story of the two gardens in Surah Kahf? The owner who thought all credit was due to himself. See how his garden was reduced to nothing. So be wary and be careful. And note and observe yourself, your kids. What tone do you speak to with the others who have less than you? One scholar noticed his hand swinging after giving a good talk when he left the gathering, and he immediately grabbed hold of his swinging arm in case it should show complacency and arrogance in his stride. So be wary, be hayadar, be modest of the earth you tread on. Don't stamp your feet, don't roll your eyes with attitude as if you knew everything from before. Don't cut people short because you feel you're superior to them in conversation. Even your brain, your tongue, your IQ, your degree, your eloquent speech, your dazzling dress, never let it make you strut with that air of nobility or talk so much that you degrade others with your words and with your self-pomp. It's all an amanat. It's all a trust, just like that garden that bears fruit. But if the pesticides of arrogance or the germs of ingratitude start to breed on your harvest, then it shrinks into worthlessness, and all is in the power of Allah. So cultivate your harvest like a farmer does. He buries his ni'mat, his blessing, in a dark place and trusts his Rabb to bring forth the produce. And when it does, he harvests and he removes the weeds that continue to grow around it. And he protects it from pesticides so that they become lush, beautiful, abundant. And then he shares it with the community and he gives his land some rest patiently, recultivating, nurturing it like one re-nurtures their soul to be able to produce a new fresh growth and a new level of gratitude and iman. And yet all other creatures are in constant praise of him, are in constantly remembrance of him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Isra, all the seven heavens and the earth and all those therein extol his purity, and there is not a single thing that does not extol his purity along with his praise. But you do not understand their extolling. Surely he is forbearing, most forgiving. Even the atoms resonate his praise, the stones, the boulders, the mountains, but we don't understand the inner zing. And yet we're told that even the tree cried for the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And we're reminded that all species will be our witness on that day, as they will speak, but here they continue to do their hamd and praise. Do you ever feel the unusual tranquility and sakina around greenery and forest and rainforest and the suburbs in the highlands, near oceans, and far more than we do sometimes around people? Why? Scholars say they're in constant hamd, constant praise of their Rabb, a natural incline. It's their fitrah. And yet we have this inner fitrah. And those who've inclined towards that inner fitrah see how you feel in such company. You feel their serenity and barakah among such beautiful people. Why don't we aspire to tap on that inner fitrah? So all the other creations praise Allah and do his hamd, all the trees and nature and the creations around us and all the nabat, as he's their creator too. For them, he is Al-Alim, Al-Khabir, and the Khalik, the Malik, and the Razik for all of them too. He provides their rizq, he clothes them too. See their beautiful libas, their clothing, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala covers their branches with the libas of beautiful leaves and adds to their beauty. And through this covering, he provides a source of food for the tree through photosynthesis. And without the clothing, the trees are bare and naked and lack in beneficial nutrients and are unable to take full benefit of the radiating light of the sun. Man reflects at how he too is given a libas, and how it accentuates his beauty, and how the nakedness of shamelessness is ugly and unproductive. Yet one thrives when covered with obedience and can benefit from the radiance of the nur of divine guidance and the many blessings Allah has given in it. And yet, a tree goes through its seasons, it sheds its leaves, it gives way for fresh ones, and scholars have used this metaphorically to observe these new leaves as another opportunity to grow and become beautiful once again. Hence, we all go through periods where we grow towards the light and periods where we shed old leaves, old habits, and then restart again. And once again benefit from the light of guidance around us, and how Allah permits the use of new opportunities by once again providing the air, the water and the sunlight for the leaf to grow and become a beneficial and a fruitful tree once again. So much for man to ponder and reflect and extrapolate if one has the depth of understanding. And what he has in store for us, none of us know. But remember, until that seed was not taken out of a shiny glass bottle where it looked dormant and passive, yet it didn't really grow, it was only when it was pushed and pressed into the darknesses of the soil that then let the water that was needed to seep in open it up, perhaps with a burst. And then he helped it climb through the heavy weight of the darknesses above it towards the light where it was able to surface and grow. So sometimes the layers of weight and darknesses that are laid upon us layer after layer, they too have a reason and is part of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan to see if at this stage of our life, do we take in the divine water of wahi and hence open our hearts to moisten it and add turgidity to our weak self and stand up once again with our direction towards a true light? If so, then no pressures of society will ever hold us down, and the help of our Rabb will be so evident in our lives as we are provided all the constituents in our surroundings to help us grow tall and beautiful. So trust Allah as the farmer does when he leaves his seed in the depth of the earth, which was needed for it to be able to reach its utmost potential, as it wouldn't have grown in a glass bottle on a secure shelf. Rather, it needed to be exposed to the depths of darkness and loneliness sometimes to become more receptive and more stronger. And now watch such a soul overcome all barriers and watch them come through, as no one is ever alone and everyone has the same Rabb who looks out for them. You just need to be receptive to that calling and the availability of your Rabb's assistance and trust in his planning for you. He may have planned great heights for you, but sometimes you get buried deep in order to achieve it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah An'am, with him are the keys of the unseen. No one knows them but he. He knows what is the land and in the sea. No leaf ever falls but that he knows about it. And there is no grain in the dark layers of the earth or anything fresh or dry that is not recorded in a manifest book. And this is our test, to observe the signs around us, to contemplate, to traverse this earth with its lush greens and endless nabat and vegetation, and take ourselves to the reality of where this growth actually leads. The earth that gives us all this is the same earth we will return to, and the one that we will be raised from once again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Nuh, and Allah has caused you to grow well out of the earth, then he will send you back into it and will bring you forth once again. So observe and appreciate and reflect on the creation of nabat, of all the vegetation all around us.